Hey everybody, we're back. It's HOB. Last time we turned on a big machine and we're starting to really activate all the things that are going on in this crazy world. Which is great. But it's also worth mentioning at this point that activating all the things here is only half the battle. You also notice that there's a hand switch there that we probably want to turn on. I want to get up on this. I really desperately do, but it's not letting me. Okay, we'll figure that out later. Anyway, we managed to turn on a huge chunk of the machine last time. It seems like this entire area is a machine. I'm just gonna let you know right now, spoiler alert, that's pretty much exactly what's going on. Now, I think that also changed how all the connections happen. Like, I really just want to get that chest, so that way I don't have to, like, backtrack any more than I'm already going to have to, so... Up we go. Come on, HOB. No, it's still electrified? Well, I never. So you see that chest there? There is a way to get to it, but like... It's not by blinking. Like, blinking is only going to bring us so far, so... And I've tried punching every single wall here. It just doesn't want to work, so... That can't be it either. Yeah, I can't figure this out this time. Okay, that's fine. I've been up there before, and I've opened the chest in my previous playthrough, but... Not play through, but, like, play up to a certain point, and then I was like, yeah, we're gonna continue playing this game. Anyway, the point is, we need to turn off the electricity there and reroute it from someplace else to get to there, so that way we can actually, you know, do something else with it. Yada, 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 yada. Let's go up here. Wait, no, let's not go up here. That's not the right place to be. We want to go here first. Because this was not working last time. And now it is. So we will turn it on. Okay. Let's spin this thing. For whatever it's worth. Right, okay, now I remember what this does. So what we've just done is we took this big empty area in the middle of the world, and now look at it. It's completely crisscrossed. We can go straight back to the beginning if we wanted to. And we're going to do that quickly because, like, we got some upgrades we want to spend money on, so let's go do that. And thanks to our little fast travel container here, it'll take less than a second to do so, really. Huh. Well, how's about them apples? Can't imagine that should be as comfortable looking as it looks, but yeah, anyway, let's just go and upgrade our sword. So we've got the 3 metal pieces we need. Let's do this. And then we drop our sword in as well, because obviously we need to do that. What happens if it doesn't work, though? Like, what happens if it malfunctions? It's like error, sword no good. And then you're like, oh, well, I guess I'll just, you know, get fucked then. that would be really bad. I would not want to be in that situation at all, to be without a sword. But at least you have, like, a pretty sweet Mega Fist, so that's pretty cool. So you get a punch upgrade. I'd rather have the increased sword combo, and a potential shield would be pretty sweet. So why don't we do that? Sword combo. The shield can be helpful on occasion, so we'll grab that. And then it leaves us with 60. We can either increase our punch damage or get a powerful sprinting attack. The sprinting attack is great for those dudes that force us to run around and chase them. So we'll do that for now. And we'll grab the punch upgrade another time, because I'm not using punch very often in combat anyway. So now that we got a wicked sword, what are we going to do about it? Here's an idea. Let's continue to explore that the area that we were just in. Let's see, what else is new around here? I don't see anything particularly egregious that we've missed yet. There is something on the left though that we can definitely do here quickly. If you didn't notice on the minimap, there's like a little blue container looking thing. why don't we go open that up, yeah? Let's see, where is it? Here it is. I swore we already did this, but I must not have. So that's our 4th one, I think. Out of 5? Yep, that's our 4th one out of 5. One more and we'll get our container for our energy, which allows us to blink a little bit more often or whatever else have you. Now, last time we were here, we opened up this area here. Fantastic. Which gives us a way to walk around. Fantastic as well. Oh, hi there, ugly. Try that again. Nice dodge on my part, if I'm being honest. Still waiting on mana. There we go. Now I gotcha. Fixed camera angles be damned. You're as good as toast. So, that was easy. Now, we've done all the stuff we did before. I want to, like, one more time, just double check that area. Because I swear that that chest, it's probably not worth it. It's just another 10 green things. Which, I guess, intrinsically means it is worth it. Whatever. But, like, I don't like leaving stuff like that behind. Especially when it's in a bigger, like, puzzly area like this, which takes time to traverse. I'd rather get it the first time through. You know what I mean? So, at least it's not difficult this time to do that. We can just slide down the ladder. And then we need to go up this way, if I remember correctly. Like, the world itself is not too difficult to navigate. That's another thing I quite like about this place, is that all the areas that you walk through are fairly unique looking. It doesn't get very tough to get through, which is nice. Now, I wonder, is there another... No, okay. Now, I can't help but notice that those two are not electrified, but this one still is. And that I cannot climb up it as a result. Here's a question. Does that mean that we have to, like, leave and re-enter? If so, I want off this crazy train. So that sped up that process a little bit. Okay, let's head up here. Head over here. Go back over here. Be entirely wrong about everything in life. Good lord. I thought I had this all figured out. Oh, I'm dead. What a waste of time. Okay. Where did I just respawn? Where am I even? Okay, I think I know where I am now. If I head out this way, there should be a ladder right here where we can kind of like walk back out. Try this again. I want that chest, goddammit. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. It's a compulsion at this point. So we're gonna hop out, and then we're gonna hop back in. The thing is, I wonder if I'm not missing something here. I'm sure I am, because every other secret or chest or whatever has been pretty self-explanatory. Like, if you get here, then you do this, and then you get that. There's no tricky, like, you have to go out, then come back in, and then, you know, spin 3 times, up, down, left, right, start, select, B, A, and then you've managed to open the chest. Like, there's nothing like that so far in HOB. It's been, again, relatively intuitive if you've played a video game before. Specifically an action-adventure game like this. So we're gonna go ahead, head down here. Head over this way. Head down this ladder. Teleport back the other way. Then head up this way. Look at me go! Okay, please tell me it respawned without the electricity. What a time to be alive. Okay. Now, last time you let me up. I don't see why that wouldn't be the case this time too. Oh. Now you're just being annoying. Come on. Let me up so I may get the chest. Ah! Yeah, it's not even attackable anymore. There we go. That worked somehow. Okay, we finally did. That took way too long. Like, actually way too long. And all that for 10 green things, baby. Look at that. 21 of them now. We just need 60 to be able to get the punch damage upgrade. And me now. Alright, head downstairs. At least going up and, like, specifically going down ladders isn't so bad. So that's always good. If it isn't so bad, then it's always good. You know, that's actually incredibly wrong. The absence of badness does not necessarily mean goodness, right? Like, for instance, have you pooped your pants today? If not, that's the absence of badness, right? But that doesn't mean that you've had, like, a sweet, sick time as well. Just because you haven't pooped your pants today doesn't mean that you've necessarily had a good day, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you poop your pants every day, like once a day every day, then yeah, obviously not pooping your... What am I doing with this flipping conversation? But long story short, like if the bad thing normally happens every day, but it didn't happen one day, then yeah, you know what? I can understand why that might be a really good day at that point. And that makes sense to me. You know, I had days, especially when I was teaching, where I was like, oh, well, I'm going to be like... I'm going to go out and not be a crazy mess, emotional mess today. Excuse me, a crazy emotional mess today. And you know what? Those days were good days. They were extremely good days. Like, credit where credit's due. Now, we've been over this way before. Now, those guys want to get at me. We will not let them. For I'm high up on this platform. We can't go that way, huh? Alright, that's fine. Let's go over this way instead. And then we shall head up. And then right. Now, that was a container for energy. Okay, we got that. That's fine. Now, if I'm remembering correctly... Oh, you think you guys are so clever. If I'm remembering correctly, there's something off to the right here that we can do. Not only is there a save point, if that is indeed your name, not only is there a save point, but there should be a secret down this way, I think? Yeah, there's a chest. Okay, good stuff. And this is green stuff, I think? Yeah, it's more green stuff. Okay. Money is good, money is great. Especially considering that the majority of the majority of the money you get is not, you know, you don't get it, it seems, from combat, which is odd, considering that that's normally where you get your money from in video games like these ones. You know, that's usually the incentive. Oh, am I so glad you decided to come down here instead. Okay, we don't have our second tank yet, so... Oh, come on. Alright, time to get roasted. That stab attack, by the way, is kicking so much butt. That's the second time we've, like, killed somebody with it. It's pretty sweet. I have no idea where that scorpion went. As far as I'm concerned. Oh, he's alive. He's now dead. Okay. I don't remember exactly what I was talking about. So you know what? Never mind. Doesn't want to come on out, huh? You don't have to if you don't want to, buddy. I understand. Okay, so if I remember correctly, we have to head up on this thing first. I'm not sure. No, 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 no. That's not it at all. Oh shit! What the heck was that? I I was on the teleporter, thank you very much. Why on earth did I slide, you know, blink off instead of teleporting from platform to platform like some kind of crazy sci-fi badass? I suppose we'll never know. Alright. In case that happens again, let's put this someplace a little bit more practical considering where our spot is. Perfect. Man, those sounds are cool. Okay. Let's head up this way. Take a detour to the right. Wait for the electricity to go away. Yes, I know, shocking. It's one of these. Good news is that that incredibly low-hanging fruit of a pun isn't going to cost us very much here. So that's good. We didn't die due to our hubris or anything, so that's nice. And all that's still electrical and trying to kill everything, so that's a problem. Let's get up here, please. Thank you. We need to maneuver this thing into the middle here. So let's go ahead and do that. This will be the last time that we see our walker friend. Thank you for all the help, buddy. Now, with that said, let's go back around and check out that area now that the electricity stuff isn't trying to kill everybody. One hopes. Okay, never mind. That electricity area is still electrical and killing everybody. That's fine. But what we do have instead is a puzzle. So let's go. I should be dead. The blast from that would kill any normal person. Alright, so this is... You've got to be kidding me. This phone does not stop. Excuse me for just a moment. Hello. She is not here. She's at work. I'd imagine around 7 o'clock tonight, maybe. Alright, sounds great. Bye. You know, it is surprising how many, calls you get with a landline. And then on top of that, it's even more surprising what happens when you just don't have a landline and you don't really get calls like that anymore. It's really, really nice. The downside is that you don't have a landline. But, like, who cares when you got mobile phones? That's a pretty legitimate thing, right? I mean, how many of you guys have a landline these days? I can't, for the past, I'd say 9 years when I was living away from home, I spent most of that time on a mobile phone, and that's it. And so as a result, that never really happened as much. I would get texts, I would get other messages, other things would happen, but most of the time, having calls where it's like, who's the person, and can they do this thing? Never really happened. Oh, well, there goes the walker. I guess we'll never see that again. Hopefully we didn't miss any secrets based off of that. And now the machine, whatever it is working. Seemingly. Parts of it are, anyway. Not all of it's working yet, but there's this switch here. Well, well, well. Isn't that interesting? Okay. Let's not die, though, by running off the edge or something stupid. This turns into a chest, okay, and I'm pretty sure it opens up into the new area. We're practically done with this area now. And another upgrade. Which one's this one? Warp through. That's probably something I want. Allows you to teleport behind an enemy and stab them that way, which is pretty, as Peter Griffin once said a very long time ago, frickin' sweet. Except for he probably was funnier and all that stuff. I have come to the conclusion that I'm not a very funny guy. I'm more... I don't know how to explain it. I would not consider myself a comedian by any stretch of the imagination. There was a time when I tried to crack jokes and I tried to be funny all the time. And, that was a good time. It did what it needed to do. But since then, I think I've come to the point where I've realized that I am not very good at that kind of thing. Robo Buddy, how's it going? Yeah, we turned it on. How about them apples? So because of that, like, I don't know if me trying to be funny is the first thing I need to be in my videos anymore. I mean, I like being funny. I like it when I say something like, as my old English teacher once put it, you know, I like to drop a nugget of gold once in a while. But that sounds more like a poop joke than anything else. Maybe I should not be, you know, doing poop jokes. Just a thought. Yeah, I see what you're pointing at, bud. It's that big dome in the distance there. But we got some other work we need to do first. There's also a bunch of things to kind of explore around here as well, so... And back on, let's go. Let's just slam out a ladder here, because that makes perfect sense. Okay, so... entertainment or anything else aside, this game is definitely up my alley. I've been actually hungering for a game like this for a little while now, where it's just explore a world and have a good time doing so with an aesthetic that pleases me. This definitely fits that bill. Because a lot, like, I don't know, lately, that's not what's been happening. Lately, I've been playing other games that are... Oh, yeah, that's right. Get in there. Get in there. Or just die. That's fine, too. Why would you kill the squirrel, you jerks? The squirrel did nothing to you. The squirrel was being cute. Okay, so we can't really get in there, so let's not. Is there anything there? No. Okay. But yeah, I've been really looking forward to a game that's like this, you know? Oh, you jerks. Okay, we managed to get our HP back there. Oh, you think you're so clever. Ow! Oh, get back here! That's right, you're toast. Okay. Now do your spinny things. Wow, that stabbing attack is obscene. They had a lot more HP than you know, the last during my last sword upgrade. I stabbed them like twice with my running sprinting attack like this. They go down so much easier. Definitely a worthwhile upgrade if you've picked up this game. I would say, at least. Okay, so let's head up this way. But the reason why I like games like this is because of the fact that it gives you this interesting little world to explore, and you have to like how it looks, you have to like how it feels, you have to like how it plays. I think HOB does all that for me in a way that, you know, I haven't really had since I finished Hollow Knight. There have been other games, like Owlboy, at least in the beginning, was like this. And I really enjoyed my time with Owlboy at the time. But, you know, by the end of Owlboy, I was actually kind of disappointed with my experience with it, if I'm being perfectly honest. And I've been thinking about, whoa, Jesus, hi. Okay. Dodge. Thank you. Alright, a couple of stab attacks later and he's as good as dead. This kind of mobile playstyle is really, really neat. I think I'm going to keep this up. But yeah, anyway. We should be able to open this. Our sword is advanced enough. See how it doesn't exactly fit? That's because you're supposed to be here with like the level 1 sword. You're not supposed to have found all these upgrades yet so far. But it doesn't matter. As long as you've got the sword level necessary to get in, you're good to go. Which allows us to check out what's inside. And what's inside is like a tiny, tiny, tiny puzzle, which is literally get power conduit. Take power, you know, battery thing. Walk over to the other side. Plunk it in. Then sit down and have a watch. And then you get to kind of, sort of, be told the story. And that's it. And it just goes on repeat. At this point, I can walk away. So, as far as I can tell, there's like an energy source which is reduced, gives energy to all these folks. I'm guessing all those little images are people. They power up 3 bigger things which form the framework of, I guess, whatever society this is. I have no idea what their names are. I have no idea what to call them. I have no idea what's necessarily actually going on. That's just my interpretation, which is something that kind of, like, that's fine, but not my first pick for, like, story of the year, if that makes any sense. Let's head up here. I kind of had the same issue with Hyper Light Drifter, where I just did not know what the heck was going on, and I just had to rely on the gameplay to kind of keep me as satisfied as I needed to be. So, hopefully in this case, HOB ends up doing the job it needs to keep me intrigued. Now, while we're here, this is the beginning of a new area, and this is roughly where I stopped my last account, before I started this playthrough and this Let's Play with you folks. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's much else here, but I know there's other stuff to do eventually, so... Yeah, okay, let's go back around then. It's fine. It's not like this platforming is particularly difficult or anything. And as I mentioned before, it kind of streamlines it for you. It doesn't force you off ledges or whatever. It will... Yo, though, thank you. It kind of softly does a bunch of stuff for you, so that way you don't need to have, like, intricate 3D platform jumping or anything like that. It's nice. So... Yeah, I mean, the game's nice so far. And it scratches an itch I haven't, you know, had the chance to really... work with or against for the last little while. So no complaints so far. And at least the combat itself is also very engaging, so that's quite good. Okay, please give me the HP, thank you. Now, I could spend my money right away on getting an upgrade or two. I'm gonna just forget that for a second, because there's a couple more things I want to explore in this area first. We need to head back the way we came. If I'm not horribly incorrect, this should be one way to do things. That killed me. That jump was too high. That's fine. It's not actually fine, but at least there's no, like, real downside to dying in this game. Your character's a little freaked out, but past that... By the way, can I just say how, like, incredibly, not disconcerting, but shocking the gore is when you die in this game? Like, it's not anything you'd expect from this game in particular. When you're playing, you're not expecting to... Ooh, hello. Yeah, this turned on, so this is roughly where I'm expecting new stuff to be. When all the circuitry's on. Yeah, I see what we're doing now. I get it. But yeah, the gore in this game, like, you can turn it off. So you can make this much more kid-friendly if need be. But I've got to say that... Oh, why am I an idiot? That it's shocking. It's definitely something that I wasn't expecting to be all that shocking when I started playing either. I was like, oh, well, sure, it's going to be like a fun little game where stuff happens and, you know, whatever, right? But, you know, instead you get this situation where your arm gets chopped off and you see, like, the bone on the inside of it, and when you die, there's, like, little chunks and giblets that kind of go all over the place, and there's lots of little touches to this game that mark it as a more mature teen kind of game instead, which is not necessarily, like, needed. I think the vast majority of games are largely geared that way anyway, and as a result, when it comes to children, like, they don't really have any games to play themselves because it's like, oh, well, where'd Super Mario go? Well, you need a Wii for that. Okay, but what about the indie scene? Well, all the cool games tend to be teen or up, so get used to that. Which is, again, fine. I'm not complaining personally, because on a purely selfish level, I'm old enough to play all of them. But it is interesting to note that in a lot of cases when I was teaching, I'd be not hanging out with the kids, because that's not the right verb when you're practically scared shitless of them. But you know, I'd be talking with several of my students, and you know, occasionally the topic would turn to like video games and stuff, and these kids were like 9 or 10 years old, and they're playing like Call of Duty and stuff. I'm like, dude, there's got to be something a little bit more age appropriate. If only your parents would look for it. So in this case, coupled with the last one, I'm assuming that the power source in the upper left that's glowing is the same power source from before. Then the society changed or something like that, or the energy transferred, and then it went like in this area with the other symbol there in the upper middle, which I have no idea what that is. It looks like it's a weapon maybe, or a different star, or a different weapon, or a different power source. But, like, the other energy source runs out, and then there's just this new one. So it's as if, like, oh, well, you know, here's the sun, and then here's all this electricity that we used instead. That's my interpretation of it so far. If I had to come up with a story, oh, God, don't fall off the edge, please. That'd be embarrassing. There's nothing here either, eh? Just, like, a really cool-looking view. That's the second out of the 2 story stones I've found so far. So, as anything else from here really is pretty organic in terms of figuring out what it is and how it works. Now, I'd like to figure out a bit more what's going on. Maybe find some more secrets around here, but I don't think there are any left. Like, there's obviously a couple of things. And there's that core there, too. I think we can get to the core before we end today's episode. So why don't we try that out? I mean, I know we're at the 32-minute mark, but getting back to that section shouldn't be too hard. One hopes, anyway. Plus, with all the sprinting that we're doing, it won't take long. Right, that's this area. There's just a bunch of purple shit that we can't get past. We opened that up, did something. And there's a claw. Don't go near the claw. Claw's bad. Anyway, I think that to a certain degree, as a person who's had to teach kids that are, you know, younger and all that stuff. I mean, if you're a parent and you're watching this, like, obviously you shouldn't be watching this with your kid, considering how often I swear. And demographics say that none of you really have kids or are old enough to really want them yet. I'm not saying all of you, but I'm saying that most of the audience here is not, you know, put to that point in their life yet. Right, the fast travel thing's over here. So as a result, you know, I'm pretty sure that whatever I do ends up being more or less congruent with what my viewer base is. Which is great, like, I'm lucky to have that. Granted, if that changes, I mean, I'm not going to change too much over the next couple, you know, over the next little while. I'll be perfectly honest with you. Oh, ow. I'm slow to change, particularly when it comes to... Oh, Jesus. Okay, keep sprinting. Holy shit, the stab attack is so good! It's just wrecking everything! Speedrunners, take note. If you decide to speedrun HOB, like, just call this the wolf technique. You sprint and stab, and that's all you do. And it's just glorious. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to... What are we going to do? We're going to head over here. And then we're going to jump up here, jump to the ladder, climb up the ladder. Hit the button. It's going to wake up the goblin up there. Not that it matters much. But yeah, again, we're going to turn on another machine. Before we turn on another machine, save point, please. Thank you. Cut through here. What's through here? Ah! Head up this way. Now this I hadn't done in my previous playthrough at all, so this is interesting. Jump over here. Ha! There's a chest. I will gladly take that chest. Without dying, if at all possible, please and thank you. And it's green stuff. Okay, we can definitely buy another upgrade now. We probably should when we get back. I almost want to save up the green things so that way I can get another suit, because it looks like those suits are pretty dope and are worth quite a lot of money, so that's a thing. That seems hardly fair. Game, that seems hardly fair. I could not move. That was not my fault. Did he just, like, step out of the thing too big and then fall over? That's adorable. Okay. Now this, I know I can turn on. Which allows me another open gate, which is going to allow us to get to this area a little bit faster if we decide to go from to and from buying stuff. Then over here, we should have our 5th core. Here it is. Good stuff. And I am now officially caught up, if not a little bit past, where I was before. Sweet. Now, I've made it this far, which is well and good, but I saw that chest, and I saw that new area, and I want to check it all out, but we're going to have to wait for now. Let's walk back to the armory, get some upgrades, and then call it an episode at that point. Anyway, as I was saying, I am really lucky to have an audience that allows me to be, well, me. But I think it kind of works the other way around. I was me first, and then the audience kind of showed up. And they didn't mind. Which is even cooler if you think about it. It's not that, you know, I provided a service so much as I was just kind of there, and people don't mind it. That's pretty sweet as far as I'm concerned. So, do I want walkthrough or do I want punch damage? You know, I'm actually not sure. I'd imagine that the punch upgrade being worth more is probably worth buying, so we'll grab that instead. And we'll get the warp through upgrade a little bit later. It'd be nicer if we had like a charge, like, time reduction where it's like almost instantaneous, but can't get everything that you want. Sometimes you just get what you need. In this case, maybe the punch damage is all that I needed. Anyway, I don't know what I was talking about this episode. I've been recording for the last little while, and maybe it's a good time to, you know, just have a break until later tonight. But I just want to say thank you everybody so much for watching. Hope you folks are enjoying yourselves, and if you are, that's great. Be sure to let me know. Hit the like button down below. If you want to see some more videos like this, please. You know, I mean, subscribe to the channel if you want to see, if you want to be guaranteed of it. But otherwise, drop by again sometime soon. I'll see you folks next time.